Hey guys, what's up? Back at the drip project. Dylan and I are checking the food plots, seeing if we need to spray, do anything like that. We're going to be heading over to his 40 here shortly to get a plan over there. Little setback, the neighbor is doing some logging, which we're totally pro logging, but it's right in the middle of the bedding area. So yeah, we're trying to figure out how to adjust. We're thinking they're going to bed somewhere else now. Maybe closer to you, maybe closer to over here. We're not 100% sure yet, so that's what we're trying to figure out. What do you think, Dylan? You think they're going to move closer here, over to you? It's hard to say.
I got a feeling they're going to head south because we got this big block of wood over here that is pretty much untouched, and it's just a great spot where they can go and everything's quiet for them.
Right.
Whereas over by me, I got lots of pressure from neighbors that are hunting close to the bedding and different things. So we'll see what happens. You know, you just got to put a lot of cameras out and try to figure them out.
Yeah, we will. But we just wanted to share with you what's going on because nothing goes as planned, as you all know. So we'll adjust and take it from there.
Yep.
So thought I'd talk a little bit about our entry-exit strategy here at the drip project. As you can see, the blinds right here. What we do is cut a path through this sorghum, as I've mentioned on other videos. And literally, if there's deer out here feeding, and here feeding, here, wherever, we can slip in through here. Can you see my arrow? This sorghum is going to be, by the time it's done, it's going to be 8-10 feet tall. So we can literally come in and out, slip in through here, cut a trail through the sorghum, get into the blind undetected. Same thing at dark, after dark, when we're done hunting, we get out. If you're careful enough getting out of the blind, take your time, slip right out and back out. Now this is all set up for a west wind, so that west wind is going to be blowing like this, okay? And this sorghum is shaped like a triangle, so that westerly wind blows your scent back here. And generally, most of our deer don't come from this side. A lot of them come from further south or from the west. So that west wind blowing this way is just perfect. And the sorghum, not to say that the deer can't go through it, but they're lazy and they don't like to go through it, so they pinch right in front of the blind here. And I'll show you some drone footage on how we created this pinch. There's another triangle of sorghum right here. It is deadly. So just a little scoop lowdown on how we get in and out and how that pinch works. So happy to finally get pics of drip again. It had been 2 weeks nearly since we had pics of them. We haven't had double brow now on cam for a couple weeks since the loggers moved in, but happy to see drip during daylight. Hey guys, so I'm out here today, just a little update. It's the end of August and I'm broadcasting rye right over the top of the drilled beans and brassica. So if they eat this down, this stuff will germinate and we've got another food source for them. And it'll come back in the spring. So that's where we're at on the drip project. Okay, we're down to the last two things here we got to do with the drip project. I'm making my trail into the blind right now. Look at this stuff. Crazy. I mean, it is, I'm reaching as high as I can. It's taller than, way taller than me. So the blind is back there. Getting close to done. So here's the view from the blind. Our entry exit. Just made a trail through there. Man, it's windy again today. Exit out there. Can be deer out here on the plot. if you're careful coming out of the door, you can get down, walk out, exit out along that side of that sorghum. Last thing on the list for the drip project, putting our scrape tree in here. Got a cedar with a big overhanging branch. It's going to be perfect. Right at the pinch. Alright guys, the last thing on the list is done at the drip project. We just planted this scrape tree. So, of course, there's the blind, right? We're about 25 yards to this scrape tree. 25, 30 somewhere. Right at the pinch here, obviously. So we got that sorghum behind, so I kind of put that scrape tree close to that sorghum and put my overhanging branches coming out, as you can see. So, you know, they're not 100% going to line up perfect broadside, but more than likely they should, you know, eventually as they work this. We got this one coming down on this side, put a mock scrape under it already. And then this side will be really good too. If they completely destroy this one, I left this top one, I can just break and have it hanging down. So stage is set, drip project is complete. Now we just got to kill a good one in here. Got some good news. All three of our hit listers have showed up on cam recently. Dylan ended up getting double brow. Finally, we got a picture of him. And then I got pics of drip and lookalike just recently. Heading back to bed in the morning. So we're pretty fired up about that. Stage is set, guys. Drip project's on. Probably the next video you might see us hunting. So fingers crossed, and we'll keep you posted on social on any other pics that we get.